36,000 feet below the ocean's surface. No sunlight, no warmth, no mercy. The pressure down here is 1,000 times greater than at the surface. It would crush a human body instantly. And yet, something lives there. Many things live there. And when scientists finally found them, they wished they hadn't. The Mariana Trench is 36,000 feet deep. We have explored less than 1% of it. Less than 1%. In that tiny fraction, we found creatures that defied everything we knew about life. We found an unidentified shape at the very bottom. What is in the other 99%? What is living down there right now? That we haven't found yet? That we may never find? Comment below. Which creature disturbed you the most? And if the deep sea keeps you up at night, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Abyssal Zone. New deep sea mysteries every single week. The deep is waiting. And so are we. Welcome back to Abyssal Zone. The Mariana Trench is the deepest place on planet Earth. Located in the Pacific Ocean, it stretches 1,500 miles long and plunges 36,000 feet deep. If you dropped Mount Everest into the Mariana Trench, it would still be covered by more than a mile of water above it. Today, we reveal 5 creatures that call this impossible place home. Creatures that should not exist, but do. Stay until the end, because number 1 will change how you think about life on Earth forever. Creature 5. Supergiant amphipod. The supergiant amphipod. Most amphipods are tiny shrimp-like creatures, barely visible to the human eye, a few millimeters at most, harmless, insignificant, small, until scientists lowered cameras into the Mariana Trench in 2012. What they found shook the entire scientific community. Amphipods the size of footballs, 34 centimeters long. In the deepest, most crushing environment on Earth, these creatures didn't shrink, they grew. Scientists call this deep-sea gigantism, a phenomenon where creatures in extreme depths grow far larger than their shallow water relatives. Nobody fully understands why. The leading theory? Colder temperatures and massive pressure slow their metabolism, allowing them to live longer and grow bigger than anything we've seen before. A shrimp the size of a football, living in crushing darkness for potentially decades. Nature has no rules down here. Creature 4. Hadal snailfish. For years, scientists believed that beyond a certain depth, life simply could not exist. The pressure was too extreme, the darkness too complete, the cold too brutal. They were wrong. In 2003, scientists captured footage of the hadal snailfish at 27,349 feet below the surface, the deepest any fish has ever been recorded in human history. And it looked peaceful, almost beautiful. A pale, translucent, ghostly white creature, drifting effortlessly through water that would kill anything else. How does it survive pressure that would crush a submarine? Its bones are not rigid like other fish. They are flexible, almost fluid. Its body is designed specifically to exist under impossible pressure. Scientists studying this fish discovered a molecule in its cells called TMAO, a compound that prevents proteins from being crushed by extreme pressure. Nature invented its own pressure protection system, millions of years before humans even existed. The deepest fish ever found, and it looks like it belongs there. Creature 3. Dumbo octopus. Not every creature in the Mariana Trench looks terrifying. Some look like they were designed by a children's cartoon artist. Meet the Dumbo octopus. Named after the famous Disney elephant because of 2 large ear-like fins on top of its head that it flaps to move. It looks adorable. It looks harmless. It looks like it belongs in an animated movie. But here is what makes the Dumbo octopus truly remarkable. It lives deeper than almost any other octopus on Earth, up to 23,000 feet below the surface, in crushing darkness and impossible cold. And it reproduces differently than any other octopus known to science. Females carry eggs in multiple stages of development simultaneously, ready to lay them the moment conditions become suitable. In an environment where food is scarce and conditions are brutal, the Dumbo octopus evolved the ultimate survival strategy. Always be ready. In the harshest place on Earth, something cute found a way to not just survive, but thrive. Creature 2. Sea devil anglerfish. You already know the anglerfish. But the Mariana Trench version is different, worse. The deep-sea devil anglerfish lives so far below the surface that it has evolved beyond what science thought was possible. Its bioluminescent lure doesn't just glow, it pulses. It changes color. It mimics the movement of small prey animals. An active deception system. Evolved over millions of years in complete darkness. Its teeth are so large relative to its body, they cannot fit inside its mouth. They curve outward permanently, visible, exposed, waiting. But the most disturbing discovery scientists made about this creature: its stomach is completely expandable, like a balloon. It can consume prey 10 times its own body weight in a single meal. In an environment where food is extremely scarce, the deep-sea devil anglerfish evolved to never waste an opportunity. When prey appears, everything goes in. Nature at its most efficient. Nature at its most terrifying. Creature 1. The Mariana snailfish colony, what scientists found at the very bottom. In 2003, a team of scientists sent an unmanned vessel to the absolute bottom of the Mariana Trench, 36,000 feet down. The deepest point on Earth, a place no sunlight has ever reached, a place where pressure is so extreme that water itself behaves differently. They expected emptiness. They expected silence. They expected nothing. What they found was a thriving ecosystem. Hundreds of hadal snailfish swimming in organized groups. Supergiant amphipods crawling across the ocean floor in massive numbers. Unknown bacterial colonies covering every surface. And something else. Something the cameras caught briefly at the edge of their light range. A large, slow-moving shape. Unidentified. Too big to be any known species at that depth. It moved away from the light before scientists could get a clear image. They have no explanation for it. They submitted their findings to the scientific community. The shape remains, officially unidentified. At the deepest point on Earth, something was there, something that didn't want to be seen, and we have no idea what it was.